Even in these Diana-saturated times, with the recent documentaries, a series of The Crown, and a musical all offering perspectives on the tumultuous and tragic life of the Princess of Wales, the new movie Spencer was a triumph at the Venice Film Festival. Chilean director Pablo Larraín's psychological drama film features US actor Kristen Stewart as Diana in an Oscar-tipped performance. And while she has played many iconic figures, Stewart says that the English princess is the most enigmatic. The film is set over 3 days, at the end of which Diana decides to break centuries of royal protocol and end her marriage to Charles, Prince of Wales. As Larraín explains, his interest in Diana derived from his mother's emulation of her as a glamorous young mother.
I realized that she carried an enormous amount of mystery. And that mystery, combined with the magnetism that she had, creates the perfect elements for a movie. I was always very curious to know why someone like her, that born to such a privileged circumstances, being linked to the royals, aristocracy, was someone so normal at the same time, and that could feel so ordinary and regular, and build these bridges of empathy all around the world.
Stewart became fascinated with Diana and the way in which her extreme loneliness was combated by her selfless generosity, as she explains.
I think it's just something she was born with. There are some people that are endowed with an undeniable, just, penetrating energy. I think that she was sort of, just desperate to reveal some truth in an environment that is steeped in the energy of, as an outsider, I can say the Brits generally have the stiff upper lip mentality that is like, it is the go-to generalization. And the really sad thing about her is that she, as normal and sort of casual and disarming her air is immediately, she also felt so isolated and so lonely. Like, she made everyone else feel accompanied and bolstered by this beautiful sort of light.
While she was known as a fashion icon, Diana refused to appear aloof.
There's this really common thread in the fashion world, which is elevation. It's unattainable. Let's give them a dream. It's like, but I think that even when she looked her most beautiful and her most substantial, she also felt like she could kick her shoes off and walk outside with you and ask you how you are and touch your face and be with you, and you would feel that honesty from her. Yeah, it didn't really matter what she was wearing, even though she had incredible style sense. I think that she was somebody who knew how to use clothes as armor, but at the same time was so constantly available and visible. It's like she couldn't hide. She wore her heart on her sleeve.
And, says Stewart, while she herself understands what it is like to be in the spotlight, this is nothing to what Diana, the most famous woman in the world at that time, was forced to endure.
Just sort of feeling sometimes like you don't have control over a situation, or when I say situation, like an impression of you. That's life, that's normal, everyone experiences that. You can't control everyone's opinions of you. But I think when you know that the story on the street is just wrong and there's no way to correct it, I don't feel an extreme imposed rigidity. That was something I really did have to think about as an outsider. I mean, to the extent that she felt, absolutely. Yeah, because I'm allowed to make mistakes. I don't consider my job as lofty. And, I think that there's just such a huge, vast difference between, the job of an actor or an aspiring director and somebody in the royal family who is, keeping together an ideal that is supposed to keep an entire nation together.